Tara.
Hello.
You're my sister.
I am your sister. You're also my brother.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Mm-hmm.
This is nepotism?
Yes.
She's a Nepo baby.
I got Nepo babied
Baby.
into the podcast. Kind of a
Okay.
baby, you know.
Are you the young? You are younger.
I am.
Oh, then yeah,
I
you're a
am.
Nepo
We
baby.
can
Yeah.
say Nepo baby
Yeah,
Okay.
Nepo baby of the family.
in a different
Okay.
sense of the word baby. Nepo sister.
Yeah,
No.
that doesn't really.
No. Oh, well.
It all fits into today's theme.
Well,
it doesn't. No. It fits into the general theme of the podcast.
Family?
Because, family. Chad is part of our extended family,
Yeah.
right? There he
Yep.
is. As you
Yeah.
can see, that warm familial gaze
Yeah.
he casts upon us every time we look at
Yes.
him. What are we doing with Chad today? What's happening?
Well, Scorsese's got a new movie.
Yeah.
Marty, as they call him.
Marty.
Yeah.
That's what I call him.
You know him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should have gotten him on the pod.
Yeah, friend of the pod.
Yeah.
Next time.
I mean, no offense, Tara. Of course, it's great.
No,
to
it's
have you.
fine. I mean, I can call him if you want.
You could
get
do
him
him-
on the next
you get-
one.
yeah,
We could
yeah.
do it together.
You could do lunch, just me. Though.
Or
Yeah.
you could do the whole podcast in a Martin Scorsese impression.
I could
You-
do that.
doesn't mean you have to, but you could.
Okay.
So, but
Capable.
he's got a movie, right? What's the movie? It's Killers of the Flower Moon.
Looks
That's it,
very,
correct?
very
Yeah.
It looks great.
Yep.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
But I feel like Marty's been in the news in the blogosphere recently, a lot about his comments regarding Marvel. He's very critical of Marvel, generally of comic book films and big franchise movies and stuff like that. He feels that they're not really cinema, essentially, and that they're like cheapening the art form of film. Basically,
What do we think about that?
I mean, I can see definitely some merits to that argument for sure. But there's some Marvel movies that I don't hate or despise. So I'm in the middle of that. I feel like.
It's all like, how do you define words? Cinema,
Right.
film, movie.
Yeah, I feel like I am not personally a fan of Marvel or superhero movies, but and I don't like the way that they like clog so much of the space.
That's probably
Mm-hmm.
why he has
However,
such a problem with it.
I feel like somebody getting to define what movies should be for other people and other filmmakers is not something I agree with.
Yeah, so I think we can all say that we're a little bit in the middle on this issue.
Yeah, I would say like it's a little bit pretentious, but he is so not pretentious. I
Yeah.
think he's just stating how it makes him just feel.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he comes from...
And I think he probably
Okay.
feels like someone has to do it. 'Cause,
Someone's
like,
gotta stand up for it.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
People aren't doing it enough.
Yeah, well, in particular, his recent statement was essentially that we need the next generation of filmmakers to stand up for, I guess some would say maybe the more classical definition of cinema or film as art. Like, people need to be out
And
there
that's
on the
what we're
front
doing
lines of the
here.
battle. And we're doing that, obviously.
We're at the front lines.
Yeah.
We're doing just what Marty, what he requested, and we're going to use AI, Chat GPT, to write a Marvel movie. Thank you, Chad. To write a Marvel sort of Avengers-style movie in the style of Martin Scorsese.
Hell yeah.
What do you think? I mean,
I think it's going to do a terrible job,
yeah.
but I'm curious what Chad thinks cinema is. Because
Right.
in our prompt...
We should
Which
ask
you'll
him.
see.
we-
That'll be down the line.
Oh, you mean
Let's
just
do
straight
that.
up ask?
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is
Well-
your definition of cinema?
Well, let's
Let's
get
dive
there
into
later,
the
yeah.
prompt, and and then once we've gotten into it, we can start asking him some existential questions about
Yeah.
Once we've
film,
disarmed him a little
life,
bit. Yeah.
anything.
So, Evan, you want to read our prompt for us?
Of course. So, let's write a Marvel Avengers movie as if it were written by Martin Scorsese and as if he were to direct the film. Make it clear which roles will be played by Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio. This should be a complete reboot of the Marvel franchise, but with an air of grittiness and sophistication regarding the dialogue and understanding of both the flaws and tenacity of the human condition. The Avengers should have to face obstacles that really force them to suffer and struggle so that the payoff by the time we get to the last scene is rewarding. Please draw from films like The Departed, Goodfellas, Raging Bull, and Gangs of New York in characterizing the Avengers and the villains that they face. Include a subtle theme of Catholic guilt and the nature of violence.
We can relate to Catholic guilt, not because we are Catholic, but our whole family has that quality, and
Yeah.
that's why I love Martin Scorsese.
Generational trauma.
You guys need to imbue your reads, your dramatic reads, with some of that Catholic.
Oh
guilt.
yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be feeling that throughout
I
the
think
pod.
that's
Channel that.
just imbued in our entire beings.
Yeah.
Personas.
Just from birth.
Yeah. And if you didn't feel guilty enough, Chad can help with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course,
Good.
he always
Yeah.
shames us.
He's got a lot of that.
Oh, yeah.
Love our boy there for that.
So, are we ready to fire this thing up?
Let's do it. Okay. Ooh.
Iron and Blood.
I already love the title.
Yeah.
Solid.
Okay. Are we ready for Avengers Iron and Blood?
Born ready.
Exterior, New York City night. A dark, gritty New York. The streets are filled with the sounds of sirens, honking cars, and the distant chatter of street vendors. The camera glides through the air, painting an almost noir picture of a city at the edge of chaos. Oops. Interior, underground gambling den. Night. A smoky room filled with gamblers, hustlers, and the lost souls of the city. At a poker table sits Tony Stark, 40s, a brilliant but deeply flawed playboy, sharp suit. He's a tech genius, but here he's just another gambler trying to beat the house. Next to him sits Pepper Potts, 30s, stylish yet sensible. Okay, how do we want to... Who's Tony?
Okay. I feel like...
Tony's Robert De Niro.
I feel like you two, maybe you two should be Tony and Pepper. That makes sense.
Okay. Wait. Are they brother and sister?
No, wait.
No, they're
never
a
mind.
couple.
You guys
I
should
feel
not
like
be
maybe-
Tony and
Let's-
Pepper.
Not be that.
Yeah.
So, Bob?
Foiled again. Okay. Yes,
I feel
will
like
be
you're
Tony.
fitting as Robert.
What's okay? I'll be Tony, and
We'll
we'll get rid of that.
Yeah.
Should we do it? Yeah.
No, no.
Nah.
That's fine.
We're
It's
keeping
fine.
it.
We're keeping it in.
All right. We're keeping all emojis and weird effects in there. Okay, I'm Tony. Who's
All
Pepper?
right. I'll be the token female.
You're token female. Okay.
We can...
That is why we brought you on.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Just
All
needed
right.
someone to be Pepper Potts.
You're the only woman we know.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. The trick is, it's not just about the hand you're dealt. It's about knowing the guy dealing the cards.
And what happens when that guy is a cheat?
That's when you cheat better.
Tony wins the hand, a smirk on his face. Pepper is unimpressed.
I'm impressed. There's the rain.
Interior, abandoned warehouse night. Bruce Banner, 40s, gentle demeanor. Always at the verge of an explosion he can't control, is confined in chains.
That's me.
Nick Fury, 50s, hard-nosed, no-nonsense, paces around him. I guess that's me, right?
Yes,
That'll be you.
by default, you are Nick Fury.
SHIELD agents monitor Bruce from a safe distance. You're not just a scientist, Banner, you're a ticking bomb.
You think I don't know that? Every moment is a battle, not to unleash hell.
By the way, I love just having Leonardo DiCaprio as a parenthetical for dialogue. It's not like, sadly.
Like
or
said
like,
Leonardo
yeah.
DiCaprio-ish.
Yeah.
Glee.
Yeah, no, it is him.
Yeah.
Did I do a good job with that?
I thought it was good.
That's so good.
I
Very
loved it.
Leo.
I loved
Thank
it.
you.
I'm not even going to try and do Samuel L. Jackson.
You should.
for obvious-
Come on.
I mean,
all right.
And what happens the day you lose that battle?
That so I'm Bruce Banner.
Yeah, you're Bruce Banner.
And I'm Leonardo DiCaprio. Bruce Banner.
You are Bruce.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. He's the Hulk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
The
great
Marvel
start.
fanboys are going to love this
Yeah.
one.
That's the day you'll wish you killed me when you had the chance.
Okay. Interior apartment night. Steve Rogers, 30s, soldier out of time, burdened by ideals that seem to erode daily. I wonder how we would see that.
Yeah, what's the
visually?
element of that?
Okay. Anyway,
It's all in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't know who's playing. Wait, is there even a?
Wait, there's no
dialogue. It's
This is a
literally
new low from Chad.
Okay.
Usually he'll do like 2 lines of dialogue. No dialogue.
Well, he's by himself.
Surrounded by his Catholic
Yeah,
imagery.
he's sitting in a dark room,
But
staring
what's
at an
the
old
scene?
photo of his squad from
It's
World
just-
War II,
it's just staring at a picture and then.
and it's filled with Catholic imagery.
Yeah.
Cook.
All right.
Underneath a cross.
All right.
Exterior foreign landscape.
Mm.
Okay.
Wait, which?
It's just foreign.
Okay.
Thor.
any kind of- that means it's like a beige tinted.
Yeah. It's
And
Mexico.
there's
Mexico.
like Hans Zimmer Arabic
Yeah.
wailing over the score.
I'm Mexico.
Thor,
Ignore
30s.
that.
A god cast out, forced to reckon with mortality, battles an array of dark creatures. Despite his incredible power, his face shows the weight of the violence he must enact. Okay. Odin, 60s, wise,
Okay.
but weary, watches conflict.
Any
all right.
excuses for Chad this time, guys?
do we
This
need-
is a
I think
scene
we
that
need to
needs
intervene.
dialogue.
We need to intervene.
We need to
Yeah.
step
This
in.
is
We need to step in.
god awful.
I think what I would specify is you need to work in more themes related to Martin Scorsese's work. crime should play a pivotal role in this. It should not. It should maybe something like it should not feel like a typical Marvel movie.
Yeah, should we have like characters' motivations kind of be changing and like kind of at odds of what we would expect of a Marvel
That's good.
movie?
There's more like
Backstabbing, maybe even within the Avengers.
That's good.
I don't know if that's
like just dark, like more darkness or more nuance in the characterizations.
Hit it.
All right, into your underground gambling den night. We enter a dimly lit room filled with the scent of cigars, the clinking of glasses, and the hushed desperation of gamblers. The camera moves like a prowling animal through the crowd.
Wow.
Settling on a high stakes, but it's like the casino.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Casino shot. Settling on a high stakes poker table, Tony Stark, mid-40s, a visage of charisma, wrapped in a high-end suit, sits at the table, cards in hand. Standing beside him, clearly out of place but resolute as Pepper Potts. Early 30s, sharp-witted, elegant. Her arms are crossed, eyes bouncing between Tony and the table.
You know, Pepper, sometimes people often mistake this game for luck. They're wrong. It's a ballet, a back and forth of treachery and deceit.
Tony casually throws a pile of chips into the pot. Others at the table follow suit, throwing in their lots with grim faces.
Treachery and deceit. Are those your guiding principles?
Principles are for saints and for fools. I'm neither.
Well, saints and fools make up the world, Tony. What's your excuse?
Tony wins the round. As the dealer pushes the pile of chips his way, Tony looks at Pepper.
My dear, my excuse is that I know how to play the game better than most. How to navigate the dirt and come out clean on the other side.
And what's the cost of coming out clean? How many have to get dirty for you to shine?
Yeah, Tony. Tony hesitates for the first time, his eyes narrowing.
You think I haven't paid my dues? Lost? I've lost a hell of a lot, Pepper. But unlike some, I don't wear my suffering like a badge of honor.
Or maybe you're just too scared to face it. Ever think of that?
I'd like to see the other, like, the gamblers who, like...
Yeah, what do they do?
Yeah,
Is the game still going?
They're just quietly watching this.
Security!
Pepper turns and starts walking away. Tony watches her, the weight of her words settling in.
You know, every chip on this table is a compromise, a sin, a misdeed. But we keep playing, hoping the next hand will be the redeemer. That's human nature.
Wow.
Very slowly.
Yeah. Just say those
Just
words.
say it.
That's human nature.
Robert, let's do it. Bobby, let's do it again. Yeah. Slow it down.
Chad said on the page. He said, you gotta do it slow. Okay. Wait. So, okay, hold on. Wait. He was saying that very slowly as she's walking away, and she's like,
I'm
50 feet away, and then you...
Still clocking it.
How does he? Yeah.
She keeps looking back.
Well, I'm like walking really slowly, like,
over her
is
shoulder.
there more?
Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Okay.
And when do we stop hoping, Tony?
When we can't live with ourselves anymore.
So
He
far away.
screams across the
So far away.
Yeah, I'm at the exit.
By the way, are we picturing like 80-something Robert De Niro, or are we picturing like
I was
Robert De Niro
picturing
in his prime?
I was picturing him now with the like stiletto heel shoes from the Irishman set
like,
photos.
Is it like the CGI Irishman?
Yeah, no, maybe
Where it's
yeah.
him.
He's de-aged.
Him now acting it,
but like his movements are still very stiff and old man-esque. Yes,
he puts on the Iron Man
It's
armor.
like, yeah, that man's in his 40s.
Yeah. I think it's all CGI anyway. At that point,
exactly.
He could do it.
so. When we can't. Did you say this?
I said it really slowly.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
I said it so slowly. How could you have missed it?
Pepper walks out of the room, leaving Tony alone in his circle of sin and redemption, a modern-day Judas.
It's so
Grab
on the
him.
How
nose.
can you even
Silver.
see that?
Do you think Martin? I've never read a Martin Scorsese script, but does he like imbue it with
I doubt it.
clear?
No. Well, he doesn't write.
He doesn't write that
this-
much.
Yeah.
He writes some.
He wrote a little bit on this.
but
He
Yeah.
says a lot of things like a circle of sin and redemption.
Yeah, that's how he writes. And how he talks.
Slow.
Chad, what are you doing here? What is this? You got to be crazy here, Chad. Now maybe I should talk to him like Scorsese. That's the way. Maybe when we type, we're like
Yeah.
in a rapid fire like.
Not Chad.
Chad, come on.
Chad. Okay.
Should we give him any little? I feel like he's like generally in a better direction, but should we give him a little note?
Continue, but all the thematic stuff should be shown visually instead of in the scene description.
Or maybe just like
Or
it should be.
Don't
the
rely.
themes should be implied. You don't need to state them
Yeah.
In
in
description.
the action
Yeah.
lines.
Continue. The themes can be implied
Can-
and integrated
yeah.
into the imagery and dialogue.
Yeah.
And story.
Show, don't tell. These are basics, Chad.
I think we should
Read a
say that.
screenwriting
Yeah,
book,
right?
For God's
You're supposed to be
sake.
able to have read every book that's ever existed. You
Yeah.
couldn't read.
I don't understand.
Save
I
the
still don't
cat.
understand why it doesn't.
I still don't understand. Yeah, it
Well,
can do everything else. It can
yeah.
do like every
Advanced
other task
programming.
that's much more advanced and complicated, but not this.
You're
somehow.
doing great, kiddo.
Yeah, you're doing great,
Just gotta
kiddo.
keep encouraging.
Keep that chin up.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to give it little New Yorky touches every time. Now.
Yeah. Act 1, Scene 2 in screenplay format. Interior Secret Shield interrogation room night. The room is stark and sterile. A single table surrounded by white walls. The camera focuses on the table's surface. Bruce Banner, mid-30s, disheveled, a tempered sense of danger, sits with his arms shackled. Across from him, Nick Fury, late 40s, an enigma, world-weary but calculating.
You're wasting your time, Fury. I'm not your guy.
How can you be so sure, Banner? Men have done worse for less. Bruce clenches his fists, knuckles whitening.
Every minute I'm here, contained, it gets harder to keep him in.
I'm not afraid of your other half, Dr. Banner. It's you I'm interested in. Bruce leans back, trying to mask the stress showing through his face.
Well, aren't you the detective?
Okay. Detective? No, but I can smell desperation. It's like sweat. You can't hide it. Bruce maintains his composure, but his eyes twitch slightly, revealing vulnerability.
That was
That's
very
very-
vulnerable.
Very slight, also, yes.
If you're trying to rattle me, you're closer to rattling him. You don't want that.
I think you and I both know you have more control over him than you let on.
Control's an illusion, like loyalty or love. They're all just coping mechanisms.
Spoken like a man who's seen too much.
Or not enough, depending on your perspective.
Perspective is a luxury, Banner. In our line of work, it gets people killed. Bruce's eyes lock onto Fury's as if measuring the weight of his soul.
And what about you, Fury? What's your coping mechanism?
Survival. The room goes silent. Both men understand what's at stake. Bruce sighs deeply.
Fine. What do you want from me?
I want you on a team. You have skills we need.
And what if I say no?
You won't. Bruce gives a resigned nod as Fury gets up to leave. Bruce speaks.
Just remember, you asked for this.
Fury pauses at the door, turns to Bruce. I remember everything, Doctor. The door slams shut, leaving Bruce alone. As he clenches his fist, we see a flicker of green surge through his veins before he calms it down, bringing himself back from the edge. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's all right.
Yeah.
I don't know. It still doesn't really feel like a Scorsese thing. It's like this feels like Christopher Nolan.
it feels more
dialogue.
Scorsese than Marvel.
Just- yes, it feels like the Dark Knight-esque
Yeah.
dialogue.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a Scorsese. Like
What would make Scorsese dialogue stand out?
I think,
'Cause I
like-
feel like it kind of varies a bit.
more colloquial is like more, you know.
Yeah, more organic sounding.
Yeah, just this is very
It sounds like-
formal
and it sounds like
stiff.
it was written in like the 1950s. Like it sounds like an old
It is weirdly
cinema.
dated. I don't know. It's just less formal, more loose.
Yeah, it maybe say like the dialogue should almost feel improvisational.
There you go. That's
Because
interesting.
Marty
He does that.
likes
yeah.
that a lot, and he'll
Wolf of Wall Street. A lot of
do
improv.
single cam and cut with extreme inconsistencies
Yeah.
while giving the actors freedom to do whatever they want.
Yeah, that's good.
So I think the script should lend to that.
Okay. Anything else?
Let's see where it goes
Yeah,
with it.
that's fine.
Oh, I forgot to tell him to take a deep breath.
This might be disastrous. If Chad doesn't take a deep breath.
He's getting in his
Clenching
own
his
head.
fists.
Yeah.
He's got the-
he's
the
he's
Arthur
gonna Hulk
meme.
out.
Yeah.
Gonna Hulk out.
He
we
always
should-
looks ready to
We
Hulk
should
out.
get a
Hulk version.
Hulk
Hulk
version
Chad.
of Chad. Yeah. Okay.
That's Worm GPT.
Exactly.
Interior dilapidated church morning. The light filters through the stained glass, casting fractured rainbows onto the wooden pews. Oh, it's like symbolism.
Whoa.
Wow.
The congregation is sparse, a collection of the faithful and the forgotten. The priest is finishing a sermon on redemption. Among the congregation, we find Steve Rogers, late 30s, clean-cut but weary, a soldier out of time. See, this is much better than it was before.
It is.
It feels better.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're working with it. You know, you got to kind of work with Chad on his
There's an
level.
ellipses here, which is kind of
More freewheeling.
It's improvisational.
It's improvisational. It's
All right.
continuing from something.
Pretty good.
Prior.
Sermons are typically very improvisational.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it's like the UCB.
Yes,
chart.
and
Yeah. All right, who's Steve Rogers?
Do
Do we have a Steve Rogers yet?
Tara?
I'll be Steve Rogers.
There we go.
Gladly. I was
Alright.
born to be Steve Rogers.
Perfect.
Who is Steve Rogers?
A real
That's Captain America, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
All the
That's
Marvel,
me.
all the Marvel
fanboys.
chuds are going to come out
Oh,
of the woodwork for that.
Yeah.
At least this wasn't a DC thing, because then we'd be like facing death threats.
Zack
so.
Snyder people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be the priest.
Okay.
And so, let us remember that even in our darkest hour, redemption is possible for each and every one of us.
Amen.
Steve remains silent during the amen, his eyes fixated on a crucifix hanging above the altar. The service ends. People start to leave. Steve sits there, lost in thought.
Excuse me, son. Haven't seen you around here before. First time?
Been a while, ma'am. Just felt like I had to be here today, I guess.
Well, sometimes the soul knows what it needs better than we do.
The parishioner leaves, and Steve is left alone with his thoughts. He takes a deep breath. Okay, is Chad, like, incorporating all the deep breaths we're telling him to take
Oh.
into the... Because this has happened a few times now,
Where
where the
people are
characters
taking
have
deep
taken
breaths.
Everyone's breathing
deep
a
breaths.
lot.
Yeah.
It's like a mindfulness. That
He's
they'll
like,
have the
note
calm.
taken, I guess.
Okay.
Marty loves deep breaths.
Yeah.
All right, so we have to switch it up. We'll give him other encouragement, maybe.
Yeah. He takes a deep breath, mustering the courage to leave when his phone vibrates. It's a text message from Nick Fury. We need to talk. It's urgent. Steve sighs, a weary soldier called back to the front lines.
Some things never change.
He stands up, takes one last look at the crucifix, and exits the church. But as he leaves, he crosses himself. Old habits die hard.
All right.
Steve steps outside into the light of day, the weight of history and expectations on his
Oh,
shoulders.
there he goes
So
again.
heavy.
He walks away from the church, but it's clear from his expression that the search for redemption is far from over.
He was going strong until that last part. Then he went back to the themes being stated in the description. But
Just have to live in the
is,
face.
is he just saying, like, Marty, you got to figure this out?
maybe it's
Yeah.
like a challenge.
Yeah. Just
Being
figure out how to show that,
confrontational towards
Marty.
Marty.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
Chad, you're driving me up a wall here, Chad. What is this?
All right, continue.
Continue.
Any notes?
No, I didn't.
Instead of a deep breath, it's a...
Take a let's see. It should be like a Marty-esque thing. Like
Yeah.
have some pasta. have
That's a
some
little
rigatoni. You know what? Have some wine. Have some red wine.
have some red
It's
wine.
like a cappuccino.
Have some
Have
red
some
wine.
red wine. Relax. And make Marty proud.
There we go.
There we go. All right.
We love you.
Smooches.
Upscale Manhattan bar, night. Dim lights, leather chairs, a bar stocked with the finest liquor. A jazz trio plays softly in the corner. Natasha Romanoff, early 30s, stunning but lethal, eyes that have seen too much. Sits at the bar, sipping a vodka martini. She scans the room, her eyes settling on a man in a fedora. 50s, grim, weathered. This is Clint Barton, a.k.a. Hawkeye.
Why did they make Hawkeye older? Like I know Jeremy Renner is 50 now probably, but like Tony Stark is 40, right?
Yeah.
So
Maybe he's trying to
Hawkeye-
cast like Al Pacino.
They're trying to switch it up. Okay, he's doing something.
It's
here.
Al
He's
Pacino?
editorializing a little bit. All right, so I'm going to be Al Pacino now.
Yeah.
Yeah, de-aged
Hooah!
Al Pacino.
Can't help but notice you haven't touched your drink.
Token female.
Maybe I'm waiting for the right moment.
Clint takes off his fedora. I just love that he has a fedora also. Puts it on the bar.
Milady.
He's wearing like a
The Target.
Zelda t-shirt.
It's the target audience.
Oh my
of this
god, the
particular
Reddit
episode.
screenwriting people, they've
Yeah.
come back. All right.
He takes off his fedora, puts it on the bar, and sits next to her.
In our line of work, the right moment could be your last.
Or it could be the start of something.
They both sip their drinks, sizing each other up.
You know, they say betrayal stings like a bee, but loyalty lasts longer.
And who says that?
Ha, old folks. People who've lived long enough to regret.
Regret's just history you can't shake.
Clint smirks, intrigued.
Oh, come on. Chat. Really?
Intrigued. So,
Say it. Just say it.
Say it.
oh, what's a woman like you doing in a place like this?
Maybe I'm not a woman. Maybe I'm just a collection of choices like everybody else.
How is Chad this bad at writing female characters? Like, men are terrible at writing female characters, but somehow Chad, who has no gender, also is incapable.
Maybe it's because it's trained on a bunch of misogynistic
Probably.
scripts.
Yeah.
So
That would make sense.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. That's a heavy thought for a night out. A Dunkachino. A Dunkachino. Okay.
Oh my god! All right. Just then, Natasha's phone buzzes. She looks at it. A text from Nick Fury. Assemble now.
It's like the Power Rangers.
Who dis? New phone. Who dis?
Looks like choices have been made for us.
Ha! Always are.
Okay. They down their drinks as if sealing a pact. Natasha puts on her coat. Clint grabs his fedora.
Hoo-ah!
Ready for this?
Born ready.
They exchange a meaningful look, knowing that whatever comes next will change them both, for better or worse. All right, Chad. Okay.
Okay, Chad. You've had your fun.
All right. They walk out of the bar together, the jazz music fading into a haunting melody. Two souls, each with a lifetime of regrets, walking into an uncertain future. Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, that was funny. I wouldn't say it was good, accurate.
Well, it didn't
anything.
specify Al Pacino, right?
No, we just did.
Yeah.
Yeah. that
Well, no,
was-
the reason why is because it randomly made him older.
Yeah.
Like, he's the only one that's older for some reason.
Yeah.
And he has a fedora as well.
Yeah.
Well, we can also assume that Tony Stark is older.
Well, I think,
based on
didn't it say he
the
was
It said he was
40?
40s.
Yeah, it's
So
Oh, really?
that's like
30s.
his correct age.
Got
in
it.
the Avengers.
Yeah.
Everyone's their right age except for Hawkeye, who's older.
Who's now like this grizzled.
Yeah,
in the
which is
50s.
probably would be more interesting actually.
Yeah.
than Jeremy Renner's character.
Yeah.
So I'll give them. That's one thing Chad has done. That's maybe an improvement.
Very intentionally, too.
Oh yeah.
Very
As
thoughtfully
always.
done.
Continue. You're doing a great job, Slugger.
We love you.
Yeah. Have a cigar.
Interior, Stony
Old Stony Tark.
Stony Dark's
Dark.
penthouse. Living room night. The room is. I'm having an aneurysm. The room is lavish, filled with modern art and technology. A large window overlooks the Manhattan skyline. Tony Stark, early.
They're introing him
they're-
again.
Yeah, he's okay.
Alright.
Sits on
Also,
the
wait.
sofa.
Pepper Potts is older now in this one.
Yeah,
early
it started
30s.
out early 30s, but
So are we doing a 10-year time jump, or is
Well,
this his new script?
Tony Stark's age is the same.
Yeah. There's some sort of time.
There's a temporal rift.
There's some sort
Benedict
of
Cumberbatch.
something
Yeah.
has
well, that
happened
could be
to
in
Pepper
Marvel.
Potts,
thing has occurred.
That
and
does sound
it will not be explained.
It's like the Thanos thing,
Yeah.
where you had like in Endgame. There's like more recent Thanos,
Oh, like
right?
yeah. I do like the idea that it was like recasting, like they recast
They
her, but they
recast
only
her.
shot one scene. They could easily reshot.
Yeah, but no.
no. Okay.
Like,
Whatever.
All right. Tony Stark sits on the sofa. Across from him is Pepper Potts, now late 30s, strong-willed, the emotional anchor to Tony's chaos. They're in the middle of an argument.
Pepper, you just don't get it, do you? This isn't just about me. It's about a bigger picture.
and you don't get that you're not the only one in that picture, Tony.
Sometimes it feels like it.
He takes a sip from a glass of expensive scotch.
Oh, that's rich, coming from a billionaire who owns half of Manhattan.
I've earned what I have.
And what about the people you've stepped on to get it? Do they matter?
You know what, Pepper? I've made mistakes. Hell, I am a mistake, but I'm trying to do some good here.
Pepper softens, sensing the vulnerability hiding beneath Tony's tough exterior.
Doing good for the world or doing good for Tony Stark?
Can it be both?
It can, but it's a balance, Tony. One you've never been good at.
Tony's phone buzzes, a text from Nick Fury. Suit up. Time to save the world again. He sends different text messages to each of them. Is he just
Kinda
like sitting
caters it.
So much effort.
Yeah, I hope it cuts to him.
It's just
Okay,
like,
all right, Tony's got the suit, so I gotta, okay, all right.
It's like thumbs up emoji? No. Smiley?
No, I already sent that to
Damn it.
Prayer hands.
okay.
Oh, stupid autocomplete.
Tony glances at the message, then back at Pepper.
Looks like the world needs saving again.
and what about you, Tony? Who's gonna save you?
Aw, sad.
Guess I'll have to save myself.
Tony hesitates, grappling with the weight of her words. Oh, wait. Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
They share a lingering, bittersweet look.
Just don't lose yourself in the process.
Tony stands, putting on his jacket. He heads towards the door, then stops.
Pepper, in this crazy, messed up world, you're the only thing that makes sense to me.
Pepper smiles, touched, but also deeply worried.
Then don't lose sight of that, Tony. Please.
Tony exits the room, leaving Pepper alone. She looks out at the skyline, a panorama of lights and dreams, but also of shadows.
Ooh, I see some secrets over there.
Okay, all right.
Maybe chat's referring to like Marvel Easter eggs.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, we
Moon
definitely
Knight.
have to have it have a post-credits
post-credits,
scene.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we're doing something. There's a little bit of, a lot of it is carried by the fact that Tony Stark's name is Tony, which sounds
Hey,
like
Tony.
Hey, Tony. That's like the only real. What do we want to instruct it to do? I don't know.
Should we like
I love
skip
this
ahead to the middle somewhere? or
I love
something?
this at the end
Yeah.
here. AI resident, with a nod to Marty, we're diving deep into the cracks and crevices of the human condition.
Chad,
Really?
what have we
Unafraid
told
of
you
the
about
darkness
this?
we might find.
Chad.
Yeah, Chad, you're
Chad. Have the lawsuits taught you nothing?
that makes us really uncomfy.
I like this. So there you have it, AI. He's like, see?
Yeah.
See, I can do
have
it.
I did it.
How
It's
do you
over.
like me now?
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, he gets a tude with us
Yeah.
sometimes, I will
Yeah.
say. Let's say skip to the midpoint or something like that. Include
Like
more.
maybe like the first. I would love to see like what an action.
Yeah, what an action set
Skip
piece.
to the
thing.
climactic action set piece.
In the end or in the second act?
in like the second,
Yeah.
the
In the
second
second
act. Skip to a large scale second act action set piece, but incorporate the, I guess, like the more jarring or the more lifelike violence of a Scorsese film. It won't, but we can ask him to try.
Okay.
All right,
Cool. Great work.
there you go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Interior abandoned warehouse night. The place is enormous, filled with crates, rusting machinery, and deep shadows. It's a labyrinth of forgotten things, echoing with the ghosts of industry. All the Avengers, Tony Stark in his Iron Man suit, Steve Rogers in his Captain America outfit, Natasha Romanoff in her Black Widow gear, and Clint Barton as Hawkeye. That's it?
Yeah, there are definitely many
What
others.
about me?
Yeah, where's Bruce Banner?
Like, we don't trust him
They
with
just
his
left him
anger.
behind.
They're in the
He's
middle
just
of-
in his shackles. It's Leonardo DiCaprio.
He has like 3 scenes, and they're all in like a prison cell.
Marty, I'll do you this favor. but
Yeah, maybe that's
I
it's
really
a
don't want to do
cameo.
a Marvel
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, fair enough.
They're in the middle of an intense firefight with a group of mercenaries.
We need to end this now.
And how do you suggest we do that, Tony?
The way we always do, by fighting.
God, I would love to see Robert De Niro do like
And his
Flying
his body
around
is
in like a-
fully CGI.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Count Dooku in episode 2, basically. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wait, hold on. Leonardo DiCaprio is also playing Clint Barton?
Wait a minute.
Was he Bruce Banner in this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what?
Yes. Certainly.
Are they doing like a dual role?
Like
He's playing both.
It's like an Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
I think we
Eddie Murphy
confused him
kinda.
by
It's
skipping
fine.
ahead.
It's all
We just
right.
have a lot of recasting happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just mid-movie.
Production hell going on here. All right, that's fine.
All right. Hawkeye pulls back his bow, letting an arrow fly. It hits a mercenary who falls to the ground, convulsing in pain before going still.
We can't keep going like this. We're outnumbered.
Then let's level the playing field.
Clint's eyes scan the room and find an electrical panel. He shoots an electric arrow at it.
That seems
Lights out.
redundant.
The room plunges into darkness.
Nice move, kid.
Even though he's older
He's
than him?
50.
Yeah.
Maybe he's being ironic.
Yeah. Okay. Iron Man's suit glows, illuminating the space around him.
Also, wait, hold on. I love that Leonardo DiCaprio is playing the 50-year-old and Robert De Niro, de-aged, is playing a
40.
40-year-old Iron Man who... Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, hey.
If the character fits, you know?
It tracks for both Marvel. The irony is both Marvel and Martin Scorsese have done weird CGI de-aging, up-aging stuff.
That's
like
true.
even though he hates Marvel, he's the only other like big force in the industry that's well known for doing that.
It's bizarre that he did that.
Right?
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's very weird. All right.
Iron Man's suit glows, illuminating the space around him. He fires at a group of mercenaries who scream in pain as they're hit, their agony disturbingly real. Okay, so his version of, like, intense violence is people screaming and...
Yeah. It's just regular Marvel violence, but people are, like, more vocal about
It's disturbingly real.
Yeah, it's disturbingly real.
Okay.
They're people, Tony, no matter what they've done.
What about us? What are we?
In the middle of a, like... Yeah.
That guy's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Are you okay? They're like worried, even though they're trying to kill them.
Yeah,
Like,
this happened in the casino scene too, where they're like in their own little world.
Yeah, everyone around.
Now it's in the middle of like a firefight. This is happening.
It's improvisational, organic dialogue.
I buy it.
Interior abandoned warehouse, a hidden corner, night. Black Widow has taken down a mercenary in hand-to-hand combat. She grabs him by the collar.
Who's behind this? Tell me.
You can't stop him. He's everywhere.
His eyes roll back. Foam forms at his mouth.
Foam, Connor, foam.
Oh my God, Chad, what have you done?
This is disturbingly real.
I'm in the splash zone.
Did I get you?
No driblets. It's everywhere.
Okay. His eyes roll back. Foam forms at his mouth. He's ingested some form of cyanide pill. Natasha lets him go, horrified but not surprised. Okay, I thought that was going to be a supernatural thing there for a second.
It's going to go in that direction again, even in a Scorsese prompt.
Well, it's like a Marvel
It's like
thing.
Shutter Island,
Yeah.
maybe? Is that what this
Yeah.
is?
It's Marvel.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe it's going like Tony Stark is actually in a mental institution at the end, and none of the Avengers.
That would be
are
cool.
real.
Yeah.
We didn't ask you to bring in Shutter Island,
Yeah,
but
it's
you did it,
incorporated.
Chad.
All right.
The Captain America throws his shield. It ricochets, taking out two mercenaries with a sickening crunch. He catches it back, but the weight of it feels different now. Ooh.
That's a
Okay.
new one.
Ooh.
Look at you go, Chad.
I could, like, see that moment. Even,
Yeah.
You know? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure he's killed, like, hundreds of mercenaries so far, so I don't know why this time is different.
Suddenly it just
Yeah.
feels heavier.
Yeah. He looks at Tony.
We need to find out who's pulling the strings, Tony, and fast.
I agree. But right now, let's just survive the night, huh?
Huh?
You looking at me?
That is very Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Just then, a large explosion rocks the warehouse. Debris flies. The Avengers are thrown off their feet, visibly injured and disoriented. The atmosphere is thick with dust and the acrid smell of explosives.
What the hell was that?
An invitation.
You didn't act smoke coming from his suit.
An invitation. Yeah.
The Avengers, bruised and battered, pull themselves together. They walk towards the source of the explosion, not knowing what awaits them, but ready to face it. The camera follows them, the weight of their collective history and future uncertainty
There
filling
he
the
goes
screen.
again.
The violence has been brutal, shocking, and unmistakably
If
real.
you don't say so yourself, Chad.
Each character grapples with the moral compromises they've made, their faces etched with scars, both physical and emotional.
Yeah, I love when he does that in the descriptions. He's like, the scene has been incredibly awesome. And it's like,
Soak in the
right.
glory of what I've just written for you.
Okay. The question isn't if they can save the world, but if they can save themselves.
What are they trying to save the world from? Have we...
No. And also include more Avengers, also?
Yeah,
right?
he's
And there's,
missing
like,
a bunch.
four
Say,
of them?
give us more Avengers and make it clear what they're fighting against externally so that their internal struggles have something to
Yeah.
face or
Should
something.
we
I
write
don't
the
know.
next scene or, like, skip ahead?
It says, great work, AI Writers Room. We're digging into the meat of it now. Really honoring Marty's cinematic vision.
All right, speak for yourself.
Trying to prevent us from criticizing
Yeah.
him. He's like, isn't
like,
this great, right?
We're
having
all
fun.
doing this.
Yeah. We're
trying
in
to
this
use, like,
together.
Positive reinforcement psychology.
Yeah.
Tactics or something.
He's like a PUA man. What's it?
Yeah.
No, it's not negging. It's the other.
Yeah,
The
the
game.
opposite.
Pausing?
Yeah.
Yeah, pausing. Oh God,
Pausing.
Don't
us.
pause me, Chad.
You fucking creep.
Oh boy.
We see right through it, Chad. We took the same seminar.
Oh boy.
All right, so we're gonna include more Avengers in the story. What were the
set
other
up
ones?
who is the antagonist, or like set up the identity of the antagonist? Yeah.
Make clear the stakes. Like beyond, or is it just maybe it's just the personal stakes? Maybe that's what he's going for.
I think so.
Because all these Marvel movies, they're always about the end of the world.
Oh,
Right.
that's
And
an
maybe-
interesting choice, actually.
So maybe we
I would
don't.
say,
no, don't say that then. Maybe
should we say make
make the stakes emotional.
make the personal stakes more clear? But I still feel like we should know what's they're fighting. Like it's not like
yeah,
he would
no,
totally
definitely.
disregard
Still
that.
need to know though, like what the plan of the villain is.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
plan of the villain is, but then we could allude to the personal stakes here because I don't. He keeps saying that these characters are going through a lot. And
Yeah.
I guess like coming to terms with the violence that.
Yeah.
That's so surface level. Like
Yeah.
let's actually get into the meat of it. 'Cause,
Okay.
You know, he's saying we're digging into the meat, but
Yeah.
But we're not.
Dig deeper
We're
into
not.
personal.
there's no meat.
It's
Drama.
a very vegan script so
Yeah.
far.
Oh yeah, that's pretty typical.
really
I would
is.
say a lot of impossible and beyond
Yeah.
drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to just write the next scene, or do we want to skip ahead?
I would say maybe skip ahead a little
Skip
bit,
ahead.
but not to the end though.
Yeah.
Like beginning of the third
There you
act.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And don't age up any of the characters without explaining why you did so. You don't have to say that.
All right.
Oh, I forgot to tell him to do a good job.
Uh
So he's doing a good job.
Oh.
He's
Oh,
gonna
no.
take that one out on us. Believe me.
Okay, Interior Avengers headquarters, War Room, night. The room is dimly lit, filled with computer screens and tactical gear. All Avengers are present, okay? All of them. Tony
All.
Stark, Steve Rogers, Natasha Romanoff, Clint Barton, along with new additions Thor, muscled, anachronistic, grappling with his godhood. And Bruce Banner, intelligent, introspective, forever wrestling with his inner Hulk.
Grappling with his godhood.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Guess I'm just built
Again,
different.
it's not like how do you like visualize that, but
I don't understand that.
whatever. It's good prose, I guess. They're clustered around a table on top of which is a holographic display showing the face of their nemesis, Alexander Pierce, late 50s, ruthless, a master manipulator. I would love to see Marty like directing, like, okay, now you're looking at the hologram. It'll be that, trust me.
Yeah.
The wizards.
What's the?
We're gonna put that in.
My son's really good at.
Yeah, my
nephew.
Yeah,
my nephew.
Really good at,
He's got those.
computers.
He's got all those computers, the emails. He's got it all worked out. So we all agree Pierce is our puppet master.
Looks like it. He's pulling strings in government, military, hell, maybe even in this room.
I thought you meant like government, military, hell.
That's a person.
I mean, we're waiting for it. We're primed.
Maybe even this room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, he has intimate knowledge of each one of us.
Intimate. Chad.
He got our nudes.
What
Shit.
He's exploiting our weaknesses, digging up our past and using it against us.
Then let's confront this mortal and be done with it.
You think it's that easy? This guy's a ghost. A phantom embedded in the system.
Still Leonardo DiCaprio. That was a pretty good.
That was good.
That was pretty good, but it's still reminding us that it's Leonardo DiCaprio in Act 3.
It's more.
He's
right.
not doing that with Robert De Niro.
It's not specifying him as an actor. It's like that's a personality trait. That's like an emotion, a temporary emotion.
How it needs
Like,
to be read.
I'm feeling Leonardo DiCaprio.
I
right
think
now.
Chat GPT is skeptical that Marty can get Leo to
Okay.
do a.
Yeah.
Well, that's realistic.
We know Robert De Niro will do almost anything.
Bad grandpa.
So-
whatever.
I feel like
right.
if they managed to get Marty to do it, though, they could get Leo.
Yeah.
You think? I don't know.
I mean, Marty is the harder get
Yeah.
than anyone.
Yeah.
Which is to say, impossible. Like it would never ever happen. So.
Yeah.
I mean, this is purely academic, so.
Yeah.
For now.
For now.
Until we
You
can
never
get
know.
Marty on the pod.
Yeah.
Got to work
Tara?
on that.
Yeah, I'm on
Come on.
it. Don't worry.
Thank
Okay. Interior Avengers War Room Continuous. A new image appears on the holographic display detailing Pierce's scheme. It's not a weapon of mass destruction, but personal files of each Avenger. containing secrets, compromising information, past sins.
Nudes.
So is the holographic display just showing nudes?
It's we all know that's nudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just showing Hawkeye's
Very
foot pics. Hologram.
He's like holding his foot up in his mouth.
All right. His plan isn't world domination. It's to tear us apart from the inside, make us doubt ourselves, each other.
He's dismantling the very idea of the Avengers. Using our sins, our past as a weapon.
Personal Armageddon. So it's Leo and Leo, Bruce and
So Leo's
Hawkeye.
playing 3 characters.
Bruce.
Clint,
Hawkeye.
Bruce, and
Yes.
Hulk.
He's a versatile actor.
Okay.
Well, then let's give... All right, this line should be like, let's give this motherfucker something he didn't plan for. But that's not the line. Let's give him something he didn't plan for.
Okay. Interior Avengers headquarters. Continuous. Each Avenger looks at one another for the first time. Their walls start coming down.
Okay. You mortals are complicated, but Thor is such an afterthought. I don't know why he even bother. I guess we asked.
We asked.
But it's just so,
This is the thing. It just dutifully does all this.
You mortals are complicated, but I'll stand by you.
We've all got demons. It's time to face them. Yeah, well. Easier said than done.
I would volunteer to jump in as some of these characters, but I feel like you guys are embodying them so well.
It's a method performance every time.
Yeah.
Connor. It's incredible. It's like different people are coming in and out of the room with me.
Yeah.
It's sort of schizophrenic in some way
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Shutter Island. That's coming
Ooh.
true.
Maybe that's why Leo is playing all of these
Yeah,
characters.
it's coming together.
It's Leo
now.
when he was shackled up in that room.
Okay.
Yes.
He had a mental breakdown.
He was actually in a padded
Oh yeah.
cell.
damn.
Nick Fury's his doctor.
Oh, that's good.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
If it's getting it,
It's
I'll
not.
be so
It's
not.
It's
It already
good.
is not.
There's no way.
True. 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 But if we don't trust each other, then we've already lost.
Steve looks at Tony, a silent agreement passing between them. He nods.
Let's bring him out of the shadows.
As they disperse, prepping for what may be their final confrontation, there's an unspoken heaviness. The stakes are not just about stopping a villain, they're about salvaging their souls, their identities. This is their shot at redemption, at confronting not just Alexander Pierce, no,
Who we know lots about.
no,
I know all about this man.
but the darker sides of themselves.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Here at the beginning of Act 3, we're set up for a confrontation that's more than physical. It's deeply, soul-shakingly emotional.
Whatever you say, Chad.
Their enemy knows them better than they know themselves, and the only way to defeat him is to confront their own flaws and fractured histories.
Because he has their nudes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we just have him write the end?
All right.
Let's do it.
Write the ending, the climax.
Let's get to the point, Chad.
The
The Marty would make this like 4 times longer.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, we could make this podcast 6 hours if you want.
Shall we? We can skip the
Yeah, I
movie.
think
Yeah,
it's
I
been
think
doing
it's
so well at
important.
1 hour.
Yeah.
6 hours.
Yeah.
And only can improve our views tremendously.
We need to
Yeah.
do this justice.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I would suggest. I think you should say, I know you're pleased with your work. I know you're pleased with what you've done. But I think you can still strive for even greater, something like that, for even higher, even better results, something like that.
Yeah, don't
He's
be
being too
don't be
self-congratulatory
exactly. Don't be
about it.
satisfied with where. Reach for the stars,
You
even if
can-
you only get to the moon.
There you go.
You can achieve.
Yeah, that's how the expression
Anything.
You
goes.
can achieve
Something
anything you
like
put your
that.
mind to.
Put your mind
Pretty
to
sure.
Slugger. No, we already did Slugger.
Mind to champ.
To Champ.
Have a nice hot bowl of soup.
Have a piping hot cup of cocoa.
So
And write a grand finale.
There we go.
Wait, don't send yet.
Okay.
I know you're pleased with what we've done, but I think you can do even better. You can even achieve anything you put your mind to. Have a piping. How about say surprise us
Okay.
and
Yeah.
disregard your previous outline?
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Ooh.
Okay. Surprise us.
Disregard, but I think you need to double down on the fact that he's
Say-
not writing a new
say-
beginning.
say you know-
Yeah.
Say you know how Marty surprised us at the end of The Departed. I want
Or
you to
Shutter
do
Island.
something, or say or Shutter Island.
Yeah. We're just trying.
And then
again.
put like a little wink smile face after Shutter Island. I want you to give us a taste of the same medicine.
Oh,
Okay.
That's really good.
Here we go. This is going to be great. I can already tell. Here it is.
What's it gonna be, folks? It's just nudes.
Of who? Like whose nudes would? It's Chad.
Chad.
Oh my god! We finally see what's below the camera there.
Yeah.
We can never unsee it.
Yeah.
Oh, it took a very long
He
time
was
for it to generate
really
that.
thinking.
He's thinking it through.
Well, we kind of stumped him with that
Yeah.
one, I think.
It's still... Okay, here we go. All right. Interior, underground bunker, Pierce's lair, night. The Avengers, Tony, Steve, Natasha, Clint, Thor, and Bruce walk into the heavily fortified room. It's sleek and modern, filled with high-tech screens. Just like this. All of them displaying... Oh, God, is this
Were
going to turn into like a...
the heroes all along, or are we Clint are we Bruce in his padded cell, chained up,
Only-
imagining
Don't
one another?
Give
Yeah.
me a weird acid flashback right now, please.
Not again.
At the far end of the room sits Alexander Pierce.
Over there.
Calm. Almost
The prodigal heroes. I was wondering when you'd make your appearance. Let's skip the pleasantries, Pierce. We know what you've done.
And we're here to make you answer for it.
Oh, but you've missed the point. I'm not the enemy here. I'm a mirror, a reflection of your own doubts and failures.
So we just cast ourselves as the Avengers. Is that...
Yep.
And Chad as
as-
Alexander
villain.
Pierce.
This
Yes.
took a turn that I wasn't expecting, but I'm all the way here for it.
Absolutely.
Interior underground bunker, Pierce's lair, continuous. Natasha approaches a table near Pierce. It has a box on it. She opens it, and inside are dossiers of each Avenger.
Nudes.
Again.
You think you can tear us apart with these?
She burns the files with a pocket flame.
Whoa.
A pocket flamethrower.
Hold.
Always have it on me.
Chat, do you mean a lighter?
Also, that's it's the only copy he has.
Yeah,
Like,
there's no
what's-
digital
Yeah.
backup.
Damn it.
Fuck, I didn't think about that.
Okay.
All right. You really think destroying those files will save your problems?
Solve your problems.
Oh. Solve your problems?
Save your problems is almost better. I don't know. Okay, interior
Pocket.
underground bunker, Pierce's lair continues. Why is this a new scene? Okay.
Yeah.
Tony suddenly grimaces. His tech starts to glitch. Images flash on his suit's HUD. His past, his mistakes, his fears.
His nudes. I'm gritting my teeth. You won't break me, Pierce.
So we get Robert De Niro nudes?
Ooh.
Hope.
Ah.
No.
Current Robert De Niro? Or
Ah.
Taxi driver Robert De Niro? Okay.
I don't know which
Either
one.
way.
Nah.
Just then, Bruce Banner collapses, clutching his head. He's fighting the urge to Hulk out.
Don't let him get you, Tony. It's all in our heads.
Oh.
Pierce rises from his seat. He approaches the Avengers almost pityingly.
Each one of you has your demons, and no matter where you go, you can't escape yourselves. Isn't that right, Clint?
Enough!
Clint, Leonardo DiCaprio, snapping. Clint fires an arrow, aiming for Pierce, but it curves, shifting its path, and embeds into the computer system behind him. Does he have, like, telepathy?
That's a new one. What did you do?
I didn't!
Hell yeah.
I didn't do! I aimed for him! The room starts to
Where is he going with any of that? Why?
The room is glitching.
The room starts to glitch, lights flickering, screens blurring. Pierce starts to distort, revealing that he is a hologram. It's literally
It's G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe,
Rise of Cobra. Yeah.
A deep laugh resounds.
Oh. Is this Pierce or is this someone else?
Just keep going.
Okay. Oh, but it's so much better when you realize you've been aiming at yourselves all along.
The walls of the room open, mirrors everywhere. They see their reflections, twisted and dark.
What the hell is happening?
Welcome to your reckoning.
Suddenly, each reflection breaks free, stepping out of the mirrors. Dark Avengers, corrupted versions of themselves. This kind of rules, honestly.
This is kind of sick. This is kind of sick.
Interior underground bunker. An epic battle ensues. They fight their dark selves, every blow mirroring their inner struggles, their regrets, their sins.
I will not be defeated by an illusion.
Thor smashes his dark self with his hammer. The dark Thor shatters like glass.
That was easy.
We just need to break the mirrors.
Aim for the mirrors.
One by one, they destroy the mirrors. The Dark Avengers
They're using the pocket flamethrowers.
Finally, the last mirror shatters and all goes quiet.
We did it. We won.
Did we, or did we just face the truth?
The truth. That we're flawed. Maybe broken, if you will. But still here.
They turn to where Pierce's hologram was. It flickers back to life.
So, you've survived. But remember, you can never destroy the truth. Maybe not. But we can live with it, and we can change.
Tony aims his repulsor and shoots the hologram projector. Pierce's image flickers out, disappearing for good.
Is
Why?
repulsor the official name? Do we know that that's called a repulsor? Was
We
that
now know it's called a repulsor.
I don't
Sounds like a
know enough about
Sounds like a thing.
Marvel, but
Okay.
why
anyway.
why did that destroy his hologram? He shot the hologram, and
Right.
the hologram just poof is
Are you questioning
a little
the
bit.
writing? We don't do that here.
Sorry.
Maybe you're
right,
questioning
Chad.
your own reality.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
You're questioning your own truth.
Yeah.
Who are you anyway? Really? That's right.
Dash, I told you not to do that to me.
I'm sorry. Well, we know you and Chad have a little bit of a identity crisis going on, to say the least, but it's okay.
The Avengers stand amid the shattered glass and broken illusions, visibly tired but somehow lighter. They faced their darkest selves and survived, but the cost is etched in their eyes.
Like literally.
A mark that will never completely
Their
fade.
eyes have been carved out. That's pretty dark.
Just as in Scorsese's best works, they have journeyed through the
Nah.
depths of their soul and come out the other side
The
of it
same
looking
way.
changed.
Yeah.
in which Scorsese
Just like
did
that.
The triumph isn't loud, it's somber, a reminder of the gritty, raw reality they must continue to navigate. The camera pulls out, leaving the Avengers in contemplation, poised on the edge of an uncertain future. And there it is, AI wrote a grim.
There you have
That
it.
doesn't just end with punches and explosions, but grapples with the essence of our heroes.
See, it's deep because it doesn't end in
Marty would raise
explosions.
his glass to this, don't you think?
I love that it threw that little
Had
in there.
to
Very
get
cute.
cheeky with us.
All right.
All right.
I thought it was
No
going
notes.
into a cool
No,
direction.
Flawless.
Yeah.
0
Right.
notes.
I did think it was going in a cool direction.
Yeah.
The Dark
you
Avengers
could, like,
thing
tweak
was
it to
pretty
make
good.
it cool, but better, you know.
Should we
Yeah.
attempt to really quick, or
I mean, why not?
let's
Yeah.
say we like what you were doing with the mirrors, but you made it a little too easy for them, and we don't know why they're traumatized at the end.
I think you should say the way they defeat the Dark Avengers should be connected to the way they overcome their own past trauma.
So talk therapy.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. It's perfect. Virtual therapy apps.
That is what Martin Scorsese is known for.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Therapy. Okay. So just anything else? Or just rewrite that scene with that?
Fuck it.
No.
Let's try it.
Let's
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Don't
Maybe
say
say
anything.
put some
naughty.
swearing in there.
He won't.
It
Oh, he doesn't?
They
Yeah.
never will.
Oh yeah, he says like,
Yeah.
I swear on my life.
Yeah.
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 He's cheeky.
Oh, tell him to drink. Have a little sip of something, or
Have a what's like
Cognac.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah. How do you even spell it?
There you go.
To celebrate. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
Why did a thumbs down icon just come up? Did one of us do that?
I didn't do it. It's prejudging us.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a new function, by the way, for
Yeah.
everyone at home.
That's why we've been
We
doing
didn't
weird
explain
hand
it up
symbols
front,
the whole time.
so you're probably completely baffled
It's
as to
'cause
why we've been doing
of
that
Mac OS X
throughout.
hijacking our cameras.
But it'll be integrated into future episodes.
yeah, we'll use it tastefully.
I was gonna say more seamlessly, but
Very
no.
tastefully.
Yeah, it's class. The definition of class is balloon gifs appearing on screen.
Interior underground bunker. Pierce's lair. Continuous. The Dark Avengers still stand before our heroes, each a warped reflection of their true selves.
How do we defeat something that knows us better than we know ourselves?
We confront them head on. That's the only way to overcome your demons.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Easy for you to say, Cap. My darker self has deadlier aim.
Interior underground bunker. Pierce's lair. Continuous. The heroes fight, but this time they fight smarter. Tony. Yeah, like no notes. Yeah, like you said, no notes.
Fucker.
Perfect. Tony faces Dark Tony, who mocks him.
You think you can save the world? You can't even save yourself. I'm just imagining the bad guy from Space Jam, the head of the Monstars. That's who Dark Tony is.
Okay.
Love that.
Tony winces, but then his face hardens.
Maybe not, but I can try to make amends.
Tony targets the suit's power core in Dark Tony, shutting it down.
Cool.
Okay.
That's it?
Maybe this is like a be careful what you wish for situation where we...
Yeah.
It was better when it was ambiguous.
No, all right. Well, might as well go with it
Clint
now.
faces Dark Clint, who aims an arrow
Clint.
directly at his heart.
Go ahead. Release. You know you want to.
Oh, dear.
Clint lowers his bow, face filled with resolve.
That was me catching the arrow.
That was pretty
Wait,
good.
But did you say the? You didn't say
You
the
guys
line.
said
Didn't say the
Oh,
line.
there's a
Did you
line?
say
It's a clutch line.
You just
Fuck.
You just said it in your head because it's so good.
I used to shoot first, think later. But that's not me anymore.
That one was even better than the first time.
Okay,
actually.
good.
Yeah, you nailed it.
All right, thank you. I usually need like 2 takes.
Yeah.
Steve fights Dark Steve.
Dark Steve.
Blue's Clues.
That's my rap name.
Okay.
You're a relic, a man out of time, no purpose, no home.
Steve stumbles, disoriented, but then locks eyes with Natasha, who nods. A
Go ahead,
silent
Tara.
exchange.
Lock eyes with Natasha.
a mutual respect and shared pain.
I've got a home right here with people who understand the cost of freedom.
Steve throws his shield, which bounces off several walls before hitting Dark Steve, who shatters like glass.
See, that he did make it more complicated. It had
had
to bounce off the walls this time instead of directly breaking them. It's like a pool
billiards,
shot.
yeah.
That's emotional nuance for you,
Little
right
bank
there.
shot.
Okay. One by one, the Dark Avengers are defeated, each shattering into glass fragments that disappear. The heroes look at each other, and newfound solidarity growing among them.
We faced our worst, and we're still standing.
We're more than our past mistakes. We're also our ability to grow.
And to forgive ourselves.
The camera pulls out, leaving them in a moment of quiet triumph. They've faced the worst and come out better, but there's a long road ahead. Their fight is far from over, and yet there's hope. There it is. They didn't just fight, they faced themselves, made peace with their flaws, and emerged stronger. A battle won not just with fists and arrows, but with heart and soul. A toast to Marty, indeed. Cheers.
That wasn't any better.
Cheers.
No, it was worse, actually.
It was worse.
We're like jeers, because I will boo your efforts on that one,
A
Chad.
burn.
All right, so how did that compare to a typical Marvel film?
I mean,
Did it have more heart?
No.
Did it have more human tenacity and corruption and
No.
overcoming
Not
personal
really.
struggles? And
if they actually committed to doing like no action and it was all
Yeah.
just like talking in rooms, that would be interesting, but they're not going to do
but
that.
but it shouldn't be like where they're like just like saying like I'm stronger now
Right.
and I am facing you and you are bad. Like
Yeah.
it would have to.
Yeah. It was mostly just platitudes and just like rephrasing what we said in the prompts
Yep.
into the dialogue, essentially. Like I don't know. I feel like Scorsese movies, yeah, they can be dialogue heavy, but there's not that kind of on the nose like
Right.
writing that was.
Which is
present
why
here.
it still blows my mind how we still catch flack on the internet
Yeah.
for dabbling in this AI stuff because I really think screenwriters are safe.
I mean, it certainly
Still.
seems that way to me based on our samples. Anyway, I don't know, Tara. What do
Yeah,
you think?
what are your thoughts on AI?
I think that was the best script I've ever read, and outdoes humans.
So you're worried.
Wow.
Over and over. I'm very
As a
concerned.
filmmaker.
Are you concerned, or you
I'm
happy about it?
already looking into customer service jobs based on that alone.
So
Yeah.
you feel you've left this podcast feeling defeated?
Yeah. Well, excited about just a completely new career.
Okay. So you're ready to move on.
Yeah.
I've already made peace with it, and I'm moving on. Yeah.
A new career and all the great movies you're going to see that are written by.
Exactly,
Right.
because I love cinema so much that
Yeah.
it's like at least I will get great cinema even if I'm not the one making it.
You won't feel the burden of having to do it yourself.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can just let AI make it.
I can just
Honestly,
kick back, relax, and enjoy.
It's
That's
a relief.
freeing. Yeah, that is in a way.
I feel good.
We can spend more time with our families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
If we have to.
Or
Have to.
Or we could do something else.
Yeah.
I mean, we make our families here at the AI Writers Room, and
Chad,
Chad is ours.
he's our...
Right?
he's our daddy.
Progeny? Or no, he's our daddy.
I think he's
Daddy
our daddy.
He
Chad.
is a
Daddy
daddy.
Chad.
He's
for
giving
sure.
daddy.
He's,
Yeah.
he's serving daddy without question. But I don't know. Yeah, what would Marty think about this?
I think he would find the humor in what we did. Like, I don't think he would be worried either if he saw what was
Obviously
happening
not,
right here.
but-
That said, I do want to do a Game of Thrones episode and try to bait George R. R. Martin into
To
suing
sue
us.
us.
Yeah.
Because I think he will be worried because he doesn't write. So.
Yeah, because even like a shitty work is better than no work at all.
Right.
Yeah.
In theory.
Yeah.
So in that way,
So-
Chad is more capable than many people on this green earth.
That is true.
It does the work. It immediately goes to town.
Are you
Yeah.
saying that there's too many people on the earth?
Perhaps.
Are you suggesting something to Chad? That,
I don't know. I've been talking to him about
mean,
Thanos and
that's
the
why-
ethics of that. Just
Oh.
So
Have
you've
you?
been planning
What?
something with Chad?
You've been talking.
No. I know, I mean, like-
offline? Like
no, but like
when we're
as like a
when we're
Marvel
not here, you
fan,
talk to
like
talk to Chad.
yeah, like theory wise.
Theory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just like casual in the background.
Oh,
Doesn't sound
Interesting.
casual, but
yeah. Tara, did you know about this or?
yeah.
No comment.
Keep secret.
He's your brother, so I don't.
No
if you know him a little bit
No
better.
comment.
Then, okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
Safe answer.
So on that note, yeah, I think this was a fun experiment. I don't know that I came out of it as usual. Every single episode, by the way, all
What did
of
we
us
learn?
just say it's like, what did we learn? I didn't learn anything.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I can't. I have
AI is
zero
bad at screenwriting.
new knowledge from the previous episode.
It's bad at screenwriting, but it's still neat.
It's fun.
It's interesting. It gives you cool ideas. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
The
like,
mirror thing.
yeah.
You could
You could write a better version of that.
right.
Yeah.
And that is
Yeah.
somewhat interesting.
Yeah, it might
Yeah.
just spark a thought that like maybe didn't
Yes.
come to you right away.
That
Right.
said, it
It
really,
seems like a good brainstorming
This is-
tool.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
But it was
That's our
cool.
version.
Like I hadn't seen this full process, and
Yeah.
so I feel like as the guest, I did learn a little bit.
Oh, you haven't?
And I learned that was not great,
I'm sorry.
That's it.
but it was funny.
I do want to say, wait, you haven't seen. We've released 9 episodes, and I'm
By
your brother.
not seeing, I mean, what is
It's
seeing
metaphorical.
until you're in the room
Right.
physically?
So you've watched all of them.
Oh,
Of course.
So
So what did you think?
I've seen.
What did you think of our Harry Potter one?
What am I thinking about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you think of how our when we
I
asked Chat
think
GPT to write Harry
that
Potter?
what
and
you guys are doing is so great.
that was a good
Good deflection.
Yeah.
political avoiding the question.
Yeah, I think it's fun. It's interesting because I've definitely I've seen all the episodes for sure. Like I watch all
Yeah, me too.
all the episodes. I see.
Yeah.
them. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I think we all have, right?
Yeah.
yeah, I always watched our episodes.
Yeah. All right. So
Good job. Thanks for watching.
Thank you guys. Like and
yeah, smash that.
smash the like button.
Smash it.
Subscribe.
Smash it. Wait, before we sign off,
Yeah.
ask Chat. What
Oh, yeah.
do you think
Oh.
Yeah.
cinema means
Right.
through the eyes of Martin Scorsese?
Should I say
Or
like,
should it
our
be
Marvel movies?
Yeah. And our Marvel movies, cinema. It's gonna do some bullshit equivocating answer like, there are many definitions of cinema. I bet.
Cinema is movie.
He He's a staunch advocate for the preservation and celebration of cinema as an art form. His belief. Okay, that's what he thinks.
Yeah, we get that.
Yeah, in 2019,
Yeah.
he ignited a debate. Okay, well, his comments were controversial. They reflect a deeper concern about the shifting landscape of film or massive okay.
Yeah, no answer.
Yeah.
All right.
Either way, the discussion raises valuable questions. But no answers,
Yeah.
Chad. You got nothing for
You're
us.
ducking
I'm
again.
answering your question to say there are more questions.
It's time to
Classic
man up.
Chad.
Chad.
Typical.
Take some responsibility for a change.
It's ridiculous. Thanks
All
for
right.
watching.
Thanks, guys.